Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I am Kellee White. I'm a spiritual medium and a psychotherapist, and today is September 14th, 2023. How's everybody doing? Have you had a rocky week? Have you had a rough week? It has been some sort of a week, hasn't it? These energies these days are fierce. Put on a seatbelt. It's been fierce. So let me say hi to some people. Hi, Bernadette. Oh, honey, I'll get you a reading from your mom. Okay, I will. I'll come back to that. Hi, Christine. Hi, Carrie East. Oh, hi, Rick. That was so much fun to be with you guys on the cruise. And I'm sorry we all came back sick, but I know James is feeling better today. I feel 100 times better. I feel really good, actually. My energy is really good now. I might cough, so I've got my cough drops, but I still feel great. Hi, Dawn Rosen. Let's see. I'm going to keep going here. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Renee. Hi, Tom. Hi, Joseph. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoy it when we're on. I will get you a message from your beloved wife, Joseph. Hi, Joy. Yes, I am fully recovered, except for this oddball cough that just comes up out of the blue. Hi, Angela. Hi, Sarah. Oh, it's fun to see you, Sarah, on that trip too. Hi, Beth. Oh my gosh. I remember you, Beth, and I do have a question. I will answer your question for you. Hi, Marge. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Linda. Hi, Terry. So I've got some. Hi, Vicky. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, Penny. Hi, Christy. Hi, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, are you feeling better? Because was it you that wrote to me and said you weren't? You also had some COVID, I think. And if I'm wrong, let me know. Hi, Ann Margaret. How are you? I know you had some trouble when you came back from the trip too. Hi, Lori Counts. How are you, honey? How's Kiko? Hi, Marge. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Elizabeth. Doing much better, honey. Really, really. I hope you and Justin are doing well too. It was really fun to be on the cruise to see everybody in person, that was like so great for me to be able to see and say hello to everybody. And Rita, if you're out there, I'm thinking of you and sending you love, Rita. So I wanted to say that. And let's talk about the astrology. There's a lot going on, and today is a really special day. It actually is a special day. But let's start with so much going on, right? I mean, there was that earthquake in Morocco, 6.8. Dear God, I mean, the earth what is going on here? And then there was that catastrophic flood in Libya. That's horrific, with thousands and thousands of people dying here. I mean, these are some really rough energies. And when I talk about Gandanta, and you've heard me say the term Gandanta, going from a fire sign to a water sign or a water sign to a fire sign. And we have Rahu, the North Node, is in Gandanta to the end of the year. And that makes things out of control, frankly, and things like this. Earthquakes, floods, fires, these kind of intense things that will happen, that are happening and will continue to happen. And on September 12th, we had the moon that was in Cancer in Gandanta. The moon was going into Leo, and that was very fierce. I mean, I think that brought on so much of everything that's happened. But let's talk about tonight. So tonight is a really special new moon, and it's in Leo. Again, Vedic astrology I'm talking about. And the new moon, when there's a new moon, it's where you want to plant your seeds of something, of what you want to do. Where do you want your life to go? And if today is your birthday, because I know some people, it's their birthday today, very special day because, and Charmaine, I'm thinking of you. Today is a very special day if today is the day, because it sets the tone for the year. But everybody can have this special energy today, because this new moon in Leo, what it does is it brings a creative start to something, and it gives us a new way to maybe look at something, and it also gives us more of a positive outlook. And so today is a special day. So today what I would do is I would maybe write it down or set your intentions in a creative, heart-filled way of what you would like to see with your life going forward. Because today is a special day to set the energy for that. Now, having said that, tomorrow on the 15th of September, Mercury, the fastest moving planet, and Mercury's about communications and communications basically, and travel has a lot to do with travel too. It turns direct, and again, I'm going to say it's in Leo if I go by, since I'm using Vedic astrology, and this is so tomorrow. It's when Mercury goes direct. It takes a day or two or three even really to make that turn, but it's going to be a much better thing for all of us when Mercury goes direct, because we still have many planets that are retrograde. I mean, many. But when Mercury, it will be time to look for that job. It will be time to sign that contract, get something that you've needed to do. It's a great time for communications. So when it turns direct, expect some energy, okay? Because it will bring us some more energy. And this is, again, I want to say this is a challenging week, but with the new moon today and with Mercury direct, it really does bring some positivity to what's going on in our lives, frankly, today and tomorrow. And it has felt very, I don't know if you guys have felt this energy, but it almost has felt like really depressed energy. But I think that the energy is going to start to change now. Now on September 16th, that's on what day? I've got my calendar. September 16th is Friday. And that's when, no, I'm sorry, that's Saturday. I'm already ahead of myself. And I'm going to need a cough drop. So hold on just a second here. I can feel that coming along. It's the damnedest thing. Okay, so on September 6th, Jupiter squares Venus. And that is going to be pretty more intense. So Saturday is a little more intense. And people maybe feel like they're in conflict with one another. And that's Saturday. So again, every day is almost a new opportunity for something here. But on the 17th, the sun in Vedic astrology goes into Virgo. And that's, to me, a very productive time, because Virgo is all about education, school, healing, and studying. So if you are considering going back to school or taking a class I had a lot of people tell me that they're taking classes, they want to take classes in animal communication. But anything that you're passionate about, do it, because this would be a great time for that. Really wonderful time. And on the 18th, if your birthday is the 18th, September 18th, it's Ganesh's birthday. So Ganesh is, the Lord Ganesh is the remover of obstacles and the patron of astrologers and writers. So the 18th would be a wonderful day to make some sort of, I don't know, something to think about Ganesh and any of the obstacles perhaps that you need moved out of your life. So I think that would be a very important day. So, and then next week when I'm with James on Monday, we'll go through the rest of the month, because it's not an easy month. September is not an easy month, but we'll learn a lot, and we will be given lots of opportunities, I think, to make all kinds of choices. So our soul will grow, which is pretty much what I say all the time, right? But I do want to answer this question, and this is from Bernadette, and she said, can I please have a reading for my adopted mom? Yes. So nobody told you that she had passed or where her funeral was. And I bet you have a lot of anger, honey. I mean, I can only imagine that you do. That's a very rough placement there. I'm sorry to hear that. But let's get a card from your adopted mom. Here we go. Oh, she says, I send you loving signs through nature. So often our loved ones will send us signs through nature. Lately, let me just tell you, birds. I mean, it's unbelievable. So look for birds, look for butterflies, look for odd things that just suddenly show up, okay, from nature. Our loved ones, especially, honey, if there was unfinished business, they want to make sure they'll be around to help or to give you advice or just to come in and see you, okay? So think like that, okay? So I've got, you guys, thank you for sending me all these amazing questions. And I'm going to start with the first one that I got, which was from Jen Chris. So Jen, if you're listening, she said, hi, Kellee. I was going to ask you about the lights that were seen before the earthquake in Morocco. She said, after reading the article, she said she said, it says it's normal. Is it normal? It says to see these before an earthquake. And her question is this a spiritual event that many people would pass maybe because of a lot of energy? And I think it's really interesting. You know, Jen, I saw the pictures of these lights too, right before this earthquake. And, you know, some people thought, I mean, were they UFOs? Which is, you know, absolutely could be. Were they electrical discharges? Could be. But I would have to say that it was a spiritual event. And I loved what you had said about that because many people would be passing at once and that could cause a lot of energy. And I like that explanation, Jen, a lot. You know, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but good question. I really appreciate that. Okay, and this is from Josie Jackson. So Josie Jackson, she said, "Hi, Kellee. The last 2 hikes I have been seeing very closely coyotes." Okay, one was staring at me and one was running by me very close. Any thoughts? Oh my God, I have a lot of thoughts on that. When I lived in Los Angeles, we had coyotes everywhere right before we moved. I mean, everywhere, everywhere on our street, we were inundated with coyotes. And one day I was sitting up outside. It was my birthday. This was like in 2018. No, 2018. My sister and I were sitting out. It was on my birthday, and we were drinking a glass of champagne. And I turned to my sister and I said, "What do you think?" I said, "I bet you like 2 or 3 coyotes are going to come walking down that ridge any minute." And she goes, "Don't be ridiculous." I go, "We'll see." Within a minute, 3 coyotes go walking across, because we lived on the side of a mountain. And these 3 coyotes went right across our ridge. My sister literally threw her champagne and just ran into the house along with me too. It was a bit scary after a while. But coyotes, and the reason I bring that up is my life changed dramatically after that time period. Huge. So coyotes bring change. Coyotes are shapeshifters. They can change. They can bring change, and they're like the trickster. And they often bring deep magic, and they reveal things like behind the illusion. And they also can bring chaos. So as playful as they can be, I take coyotes whenever I have seen them very seriously, because I know that they bring change. So I hope that answers the question. And this one was staring at you and running by you closely. First of all, try to stay away. But I think it'll bring change into your life. Definitely believe that. So wanted to answer that. So here we go. Cindy Rogerman, she said, "I'm wanting to talk with my son, my only child, who passed in a car accident 2 years ago." Well, let's get you a card, Cindy. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Let's get you a card, honey. And he says to you, there is no such thing as death. So I think he's probably wanting you to know that he's around you all the time. Okay, Cindy, that's a big one. And often when this happens, these are the biggest of getting your PhD in this lifetime. You know, the deepest souls take this kind of thing on to grow. So just know he's there with you, honey. Okay, just know that he is there with you. Lori Counts, "I still have an orb in my neighbor's yard next to my fence and ring camber 7 days now. Any new thoughts on this? I've asked him to leave if it's here for harm." It's not there for harm, Lori. It's your dad, honey. I'm telling you, it's your dad. Just let your dad and the good family on that side help you. Okay? It's definitely not there to do any harm. No way, Jose, as they say. It is there for a reason here. Okay, so here's a question. This is from Anne Margaret. She said, "You know how you said the universe right now will set things up to happen, whether you like it or not?" That's very true. She said, "Well, I lost a side job." Oh, so she said, "Can we discuss this tonight?" You know, just know that the universe does not conspire against us. We are the ones that actually set things up in motion for us. And James and I are going to talk about that on Monday. Oh, not this Monday, because we had to cancel our show because James was sick last Monday. But in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about free will versus destiny. And yes, so having said that, Anne Margaret, don't worry, because it will only help you. I know right now it feels like it's a big loss, but it will open up a space for something good for you. Okay. So this is from Pat Smith. So Pat, I really appreciate this question. And your birthday is May 15th. And let me just say this about certain days in May, because May 15th is a four of diamonds, but from about May 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, like those days, and maybe even the 19th, those days are, um, when those days come in every year, they are next to this very powerful star that comes out at that period of time. And those days are very intense days. If you're born on any of those days, like May 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, even the 19th, very, very intense days. It means great creativity because there's so much creativity during those. I know so many musicians that are born during that time, but it also brings big fated events and big opportunities for growth, I'll say, in this lifetime. So, okay, so her question is how to increase dharma and spiritual growth to move to a higher consciousness after this life, besides meditation and prayers and being aware of our actions. So how do you increase dharma and spiritual growth? So let me explain what dharma is. So dharma, you've heard us talk about karma. Karma is like a balance in the world of your actions. And dharma is also a Sanskrit word, and it literally means the right direction. And it means like living a righteous living. And so essentially, when we talk about dharma, it means your life purpose. So what are you here to do? Or what is your true calling? And so how to increase your spiritual growth and your dharma is to be very mindful of your actions, be very mindful of your words, be very mindful of your choices, because there's a huge responsibility in your choices. And so when you start to get towards that area in your life where you are doing what your soul knows you've come to do, that is where when you walk your talk. Okay. And when you start to align with that purpose, it's a very powerful time in your soul's growth. So this is all about, making right, good choices that line up with your spirituality. Okay. So taking the right direction. So thank you for that question, Pat. I loved it. I thought it was such a good question. And I do appreciate that question. Okay, and I wanted to go back to, thank you guys for being patient. You have so many questions here, and I so appreciate it. Oh, Lisa, I'm feeling so much better. I just have a little bit of a cough, but I'm feeling so much better. And then let's see. Okay. All right, so this is from Christine Showalter. She said, Kellee, I asked you once about a job in a business. You heard start a business. I'm considering a final expense insurance agent, travel advisor, soap candles. Does my soul align with any of these? And so you're January 30th. January 30th is a 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs, they have a brain that has a brain. 10 of clubs is amazing because they're so creative. They can do this and this and this and this. So get real aligned. You're creative. The candles you can do. You could also do travel advising. You could actually, your soul would align with any of them. What feels the best to you? Because that is how I'm going to answer that question. Okay. So, and here is it. I love this question too. And this is from Barbara Sue Weeprin. If I'm saying your last name, Barbara Sue Weeprin. She said, if the soul leaves the body during trauma. So this is an interesting psychology and a spiritual question. If the soul leaves the body during trauma, how do you get it back in? So first of all, when there is a reaction to a traumatic event, if there's an enormous traumatic event, and the soul, we'll often say the soul leaves the body. The soul is always connected with a silver cord. If the cord wasn't there, then you would be on the other side. You'd be dead, or very much alive on the other side. So what happens is during a traumatic event, sometimes disassociation can occur. And that's the response to a traumatic event. And disassociation it's a sense of detachment from your emotions. It also feels like emotional numbness. And it feels like the world is unreal, like you're having an out of body experience. You could be very depressed. You could be anxious. You might have thoughts of suicide. And so it's very important if there has been a traumatic event and if somebody disassociates, like literally the soul kind of gets out of the body. It's really important to work with somebody, a therapist, that will help with being kind, first of all, and understanding and grounding the person, tuning into that person, helping them to breathe, maybe being out in nature, someplace where they feel safe and secure. And what happens is when you've had trauma work like this, the soul settles back in again. It doesn't mean, though, that if there was another trauma that they might still have the same response, or they may get very grounded and then come to a place of understanding the deep trauma and that they don't have to leave the body. But it's almost a natural way if there's trauma, especially in sexual abuse, huge in sexual abuse, to leave the body like that. So I hope that answers the question. I mean, really, you need a support team, a support system, friends, family, professionals that really help with that if that has been the case. And the next question after that, which I thought was really interesting too, and this is from Janet Zara Wiltshire. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, Janet. I'm trying to. She said, is it possible to be belated to return to the body after traveling? Now, I'm not sure what you mean by that. She said, I was dizzy and unbalanced after waking. So maybe you're meaning astral traveling or traveling like when you get on a plane and travel, because I've been tired from both. So it could be both. But if you're talking about astral traveling, sometimes, again, when our soul goes right back into the body, it can feel a little disorienting. So yeah, and it could be just take some time to settle in the body, remember you're a soul having a physical experience, get really grounded into your body. So both of those are really good questions. And I appreciate both questions here. So let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. Joseph Payton. Now let's get you. He says, Kellee, I enjoy so much when you and James are on. Yay. Can you tell me if my wife has a message for me and she passed last November? Okay, honey, let's get you a message from your beloved wife. Absolutely. Here we go. We have been in dreams together. So this brings up a really good point. So Joseph, know your wife is definitely coming to you in your dreams. You might say, well, I don't remember them. So you tell yourself you're going to remember before you go to sleep. I'm going to remember my dreams. I had an odd thing happen the other day. So odd to me. I never set an alarm because I just never need to. So I never set an alarm. And for whatever reason, and I never keep my phone by my bed ever, but this one day, a few days ago, I had my phone by my bed. The alarm goes off at 6 a.m. I didn't set the alarm for 6. I don't even set the damn alarm. I don't even know how to set the alarm. So the alarm goes off, and I was right in the middle of a dream that was a really important dream. And I know my guides wanted me to remember that dream. And I did, and I wrote the dream down because it was important for me at that time. But it's funny how that can work. And on that note, are people experiencing dreams of loved ones that have passed? I have had so many, which makes me wonder. And James and I have talked about the veil getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Normally it's thin by the end of October and beginning of November, really thin. But it feels now that it's just thinner and thinner and thinner, like our loved ones really want to help us through these next few months, which I'm going to say I feel are going to be pretty intense. And so I'm wondering if anybody else is experiencing all of that as well as me, because I have been experiencing all of this, all of this. Okay. And then let's see. I had some other questions here. I had a lot of other questions here. Here we go. Okay. So Beth Glomsky. Okay, Beth, she said, I find interpreting dreams to be difficult. And she said, I'm hoping that on tonight's show that I can help her with a dream. Okay. So here was the dream. She said, my husband and I are in a house. We're in the woods with like 9 or 10 kids. And we have my son's dog, who's a husky, and my daughter's dog, who's a chihuahua. And I didn't want to let them go outside because there was a herd of cows and there was a bull. And she was afraid that the bull would go after them, after the dog. And she said, I was explaining to one of the children in the dream, the little girl, why you do not look, explaining to her why you'd never look a bull in the eye, because they will come after you. So let me explain this. So Beth and everybody, when you have a dream, I want you to think of it like this. You are, one way to interpret dreams are you are every part of that dream, which means, Beth, that you would be that little girl telling yourself, why do you not look that bull, that male, in the eye? And really think about that, because it's very telling. It could be about the relationship that you're in. It could be about somebody in your life. But it's very important because, and you also tell me that you're starting to see numbers 111, 222, 333. So you're really waking up to in the way a soul wakes up, which is that we start interpreting our dreams and looking at if we're every part of a dream, what is it that am I thinking when about looking a bull in the eye? I mean, think about that. And so what happens is, as you start to allow yourself to look at your own reality, and the numbers, the 333 and the 111 and the 222, it starts to open you up spiritually. And I would say, Beth, this is an outstanding time to really look at your life, do a deep dive in, because that dream to me tells me a lot about doing a deep dive into yourself, honey, and allowing your deep spirituality to start coming out. Okay? And I hope that hope helps you. Now, here's a question from, and I appreciate this question. This is from Carrie and Rick East. So Carrie, here's the interesting question. She said, I hope you guys are feeling better. Yes, we are feeling much better. Thank you. So she said, I've been reading The Prism of Lyra, Lyra, as I had suggested. She said, it's fascinating. So Carrie is definitely a starseed. And so often if somebody's like a Lyran from another galaxy, I will say, read this book, The Prism of Lyra, Lyra. It's very good. And she said, it's outrageous, but that scientists and archaeologists are acknowledging evidence that have been present for eons all around the world. And they have these evidenced in cave drawings and hieroglyphics and sacred landmarks. Yes. And she said, before she read this book, she said, I was of the belief that all other beings not of this earth were good and loving. I thought only Earth does violence and evil exist. She said, it seems it's not the case. Even the Syrians and Orion, there always existed conflict. Yes. And so she said, the question is, if I understand what I'm reading correctly, is there a necessity for evil to exist in the world? Or is it for karmic purposes? So, excuse me. She said, I want to believe I can live in peace and joy. And you can live in peace and joy because each individual soul can make that choice to live in peace and joy. Absolutely. So, and the question is basically, in other galaxies, is there conflict? Yes, there's conflict. There definitely is conflict. When we get to the higher realms on the other side, conflict doesn't exist because you only can advance higher when you've worked on everything you need to work on and let go of everything so you can move up. But just because they're from another galaxy doesn't mean that wouldn't be conflict. So I hope that answers the question. Yes. So yeah, it's a mind blower, right? When you think, oh, wait a minute, I thought that everybody was so good and kind. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see about that. Um, let's see. Angela Sophia. Hi, Kelly. I spotted a house to rent and I will be going to see it on Sunday. Should I move there in Southern California? Well, if listen, Mercury is going direct, and you can make that decision, Angela. This is going to be a time for change for a lot of people. So I know so many people that are moving right now to different locations. So it sounds like you might be doing that. If it's a place that you like, why not? So Renee Hounsel. Hi, Renee. Okay, is 129 and 2-1 a good romantic match? So let's see. 129, January 29 is a jack of clubs, and 2-1 is a jack of spades. Is it a good romantic match? It's a deep match, Renee. Now, jacks have to act on their highest good. As long as that jack of spades and the jack of clubs, both of you, if it's you and somebody else, have to act at the highest level, because with jacks, sometimes they can go to the lowest level pretty quickly. So they have to really rise above everything. Jacks, especially jack of spades, has to be at the highest level of spirituality. So if that's the case, then yes, you'd both be, you'd probably never stop talking. There'd be a lot of nonstop talking about spiritual ideas and all of this. So there you go. I hope that answers the question. Okay, Linda Reynolds. Hi, Linda. She said, hi, quick question for you. Is there a significance or a special meaning of siblings that share a birthday but different years? Yes. I mean, I think that's, first of all, 8-5. So August 5th is an 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds is here to understand, what is the right word? Let's see, not just what things are worth, value, Linda. It's value. And so they could be very different, by the way, even though, and I understand it's a different year. They would have some similarities in that their soul comes in. Maybe they're testing each other, because it's kind of interesting that I find this fascinating that siblings share the same date. I think that there was a lot of meaning on that date for both of them. And so, yeah, it is significant. And 8 of diamonds is all about value. And so one might take a road of deep, helping others, and the other one might be selfish and selfish. I mean, 8 of diamonds can go either way. I've seen it all with 8 of diamonds, which is kind of fascinating to me. But anyway, there you go. Okay, so Vicki Nason. Hi, Vicki. I want to give you a card from your beloved husband, Mike. Here we go. And this one is, you are never alone. And you know this to be true. Your husband, Mike, has never left your side, honey. Never left your side, ever. It's not possible. It is not possible. Connie Epley, my lights keep flicking. We have warm and sunny weather. Feels like someone is trying to connect with me. Well, you could certainly, I don't know who that would be, Connie, because I don't know you, but it's certainly a possibility, especially if you've recently lost somebody, I mean, that happens. Let's see, that absolutely happens. Oh, Carrie says, thanks for answering my question. Your answer was clear. Okay, thanks. It was an interesting one. Hi, Patty Campbell. How are you, honey? I have a camera in my living space, and several days a week, I will see 2 orbs moving through my apartment. Any thought on who that might be? I don't know. Your date of birth is November 14th. So November 14th is a 6 of clubs, which is very spiritual. And 6 of clubs, they always they learn everything about spirituality, which I love being around 6 of clubs. And so I'm not sure who that would be, Patty, other than, who have you lost lately? Who have you lost lately? That's a strange way to phrase that. But I mean, if you have a loved one that you've been thinking about. Okay, Sue Lopman, what about all siblings born in the same week? She goes, that'd be me. Okay, Sue, I don't know if I ever heard that one before. That's shocking. So all of you were born like whatever that same week. Man, well, I guess you'd have like one big party. It'd be easier on some level, maybe for your parents back in the day. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, and Margaret, let's get you a card because you have had a heck of a time. I know. God bless you. You were a trooper on on the cruise, and you came back sick as a dog. And I hope you're on the mend. And let's get you a card. And these cards are from James's The Soul's Journey. So let's get you a card. Love boat girl. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. There you go. And Margaret, and I think you had a lot of friends on that trip. Well, while you were there. That's what I think. Nadine. Hi, Nadine Von Voren. Lots of love, Kellee. 713. Please, do you see anything about love in my life? So 713 is a two of diamonds. Okay. Two of diamonds has to be in a relationship, Nadine. And so, and I really get the sense that you have a husband on the other side that's going to help send somebody your way because you did not come into this lifetime to be alone. And now that Venus is direct in the next, well, probably when we get to 2024, you're going to meet somebody. Even in the next few months, but the next few months, there's so much stuff that hashes out. I'm going to say that when we get to early 2024, okay? Rafaela McNally, I would love a reading February 14th. So February 14th is a Jack of Diamonds. So Valentine's Day, Jack of Diamonds. So Jack of Diamonds is somebody that has energy for life. They have like youthful energy. Now, I didn't say it's an easy placement, but it's the most creative. You can do many things. You can balance a lot on your plate. I mean, because of this energy, you have to watch your health because often you put out so much energy that you have to really watch, make sure you get rest and all those kind of things. But let's get you a card too from the Soul's Journey here, honey. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. There you go, Rafaela. I hope that helps for you. I hope that helps. So let me see. I had some other questions here. Let's see. Oh, Suzanne Wise. She said, hi, Kellee. I'm retiring soon, and I'm thinking of moving countries. Or should I stay put? So funny thing, you're 5/17, May 17. Again, that odd energy day, that May 17th, falls under that 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19th of May, where that star is like right conjunct with the sun, and it makes it a very intense time period. But 5/17 is famous for a few things. One, deep creativity. Number two, partnerships. And the third thing is moving to different countries. So if you're thinking of moving to a different country, I can see you doing that, okay? I can totally see you doing that. Christine Salisbury, she said, hi, Kellee. I did enjoy my visit to beautiful Madison with my son. Great. Madison is the sweetest, nice, beautiful town here. It's my big town, but it's beautiful. I actually love Madison. It's the coolest town. Anyway, she said, thank you for the encouragement. Now I'm wondering, have I taken all the steps needed for my security? People keep telling me to breathe. So you're 529. I'm not sure what you mean by the security. 529 is a 3 of clubs. 3 of clubs can have high anxiety. So are you anxious about, I'm not sure what you would be anxious about, traveling with your son or starting to, do different things. But you would also have such intuition. I'd really get in my body and really allow yourself to answer your own question with your deep intuition. Okay. I hope that helps. And this is from Gail Hayden. Gail said, and her birthday is 4/26, April 26, which makes you an 8 of clubs, Gail. She said, I'm raising grandchildren. That's not an easy thing to do. She said, the oldest is 22 and autistic. So that is right there is not easy. She said, she and I have been butting heads over stupid things. Will we be able to work it out? And her birthday is May 10th. So she's a 9 of diamonds and you're an 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs likes things their way. And guess what? Funniest thing is 9 of diamonds likes their things their way. So butting heads, doesn't surprise me. Those two, they would be head butters. But will you be able to work it out? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Hang in there, Gail. I mean, that's a labor of love there. You know, it truly is. So keep doing it, what you're doing here. Um, I like the slow Badanka Travoka. She said, "Hi, Kelly from Melbourne. Hi from Melbourne. What's in it for me? I'm getting in my 80s soon. Born October 19th. So October 19th is a three of clubs again. When I go to three of clubs is wildly psychic, intuitive. James is a three of clubs. I think they're the most psychic on the planet, actually. And so, what's for you? So your birthday follows this big eclipse. So the big eclipse, the solar eclipse is October 14th, I believe, in the United States. It might be the 15th in Melbourne. I'm not sure, but your birthday comes right after the eclipse. So I would say get ready for some change, because whenever our birthday falls a few days this way or a few days that way, or gosh, even on the eclipse, eclipses bring change. Okay, and then we have an eclipse 2 weeks after that. The lunar eclipse comes 2 weeks after that. I'm telling you, October is going to be big. So I'd say expect change. There you go. Expect some change. Okay, Nancy Babick. Hi, Nancy. She said, my son passed away April of 2020. I am so sorry, Nancy. Right as COVID was hitting. His birthday is coming up. Any messages from him? Absolutely. There were so many people that passed away during that time. Unbelievable. Let's get a message from him. Although he says you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. So here's what I would do. I would be paying a lot of attention from signs from him, Nancy, because I feel that he is active. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Charlene Miller, just a thought of a question for you. I have been so confused on this. I met a nice man on the 11th. Okay, September 11th, I'm assuming. He was so good with his words. He wants to go out with me to see a band. Okay, I have his number. I have been in a bad relationship for years. I'm 62 and have peace now. I know I probably should call him, but I'm not so sure. Any thoughts, Kelly? Well, should I go out with this man? And you're January 15th. So here's the thing. You know, when you've been bitten and you're a Queen of Diamonds traditionally has had a broken picker. Queen of Diamonds, they just have to learn about self-worth. So here's the question, Charlene. You met a nice man and he's good with his words. What is your intuition telling you? He wants to go see a band. You have his number. Do you want, how long have you been alone? Do you want to go out with somebody? Can it just be going to a band and then really using your judgment? And, you know, I always pay attention, instead of the words that they're saying like this, I pay attention to the behavior. And I really would be like, I'd be viewing it with therapy eyes, like, what kind of guy is this? You can do it if you want to do it. And if your intuition is like, I don't want to do it, I'm not ready, then don't do it. Don't do it then. Okay? Only you'll know to be able to do that call on that. Okay? So, okay. Okay. Let's see. What, Anne Margaret, do they sell Earth plastic bubbles? I'm going to hide in it for October 2023. I know, right? It's so true. Let's see. Okay, Clara Elena Hargreaves. She said, hi, Kelly and Renee. A reading for my son, MJ, and his birthday is 7/20. So July 20 is 8 of clubs. How can we get him motivated to make his way in the world? Well, 8 of clubs, all 8s are kind of powerful, and the 8s are power. What do they want to do with their power? Is he so anxious that he's stuck? 8 of clubs tend to be warriors. They worry all the time. Is he anxious out of his mind? If he is, get him into a good therapist to get him motivated to make his way in the world, because 8 of clubs traditionally can have great success. Like, I know heads of studios that are 8 of clubs. Seriously. I mean, in depth. So I would absolutely. Oh, yes. And if anybody wants a reading for me, I think I have a couple of days because I wasn't going to work. And then we posted that I am going to work now, September 21st and 22nd, I think. I mean, I have to look. Yeah, 21st and 22nd. I think I still have some openings there. So anyway, he'll get motivated. Ultimately, Eight of Clubs always likes to make money and work hard. And they're really great with they're using their mind and writing. They're great with writing too. Okay. So I hope that all helps. So let me see. I had some other questions. Hold on a second. Let me just get this. Okay. Wait, let's see here. Okay, this is from Haley Simon Panzera. And her birthday's September 20th. 4 clubs like me. That's my birthday too. Is my mother at peace with me? Haley, what happens is when somebody passes away, I'm going to say yes, 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 yes. It's amazing. There's not like a grudge held, or there's not. Your mother's definitely at peace with you. Okay, definitely at peace with you. Okay, Haley, let me get you a card from your mother. She says, I am just a thought away. I am just a thought away. Okay, you can do something if something has been left like unfinished. One of the things that people can do is you can, and whether it's for good unfinished or bad unfinished or whatever it happens to be, it's called the empty chair technique. And you could literally put a chair there and you visualize the person sitting there, like you need to talk to this one or that one. Trust me, they're sitting there when you're telling them whatever it is they need to hear. So if there's been some unfinished business, think of the empty chair technique and then get real quiet and then see how they respond, because you'll feel it. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I have other questions that I was going to answer here. Let's see here. Okay, Valerie Smothers. Oh, here we go. Andrea Weinberger, October 9th. I need to know, when will my gift come back? I can't sense energy or spirit anymore after my husband died on Memorial Day. Oh, Andrea, I'm so sorry. So let's see. He just passed away. October, and your birthday's October 9th. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. So you're a king of clubs. So psychic. You're a female with a male brain. When somebody that close to us passes away, it's normal to be in shock, in, God, there's so many, in grief, in sadness, in anger, in all kinds of things that our gifts often just go out the window for a period of time. I know when my beloved mother died, I don't know what happened to me. It was like everything just blew up, and I couldn't sense anything. I mean, for me, for other people I could, but not for me. And so I promise that will come back to you. Okay. It just happened. Oh, honey, that's just awful. Let's get you a card from him. Okay. I don't know why, but I want to say the number 3 here is important to you. The number 3. He says, it's beautiful where I am. So, and also know he's always around you. So nature will be important to you. Get some, maybe some grief counseling too, honey. That's a lot. That's a lot there. Okay. Joe Sunderland, she said, my beloved dad died in 1970. His birthday is February 25th. He's never come through, and you are September 5th, so you're 6 of diamonds. Does he have a message for me? Can spirits on the other side be unable to come through for various reasons? I miss him so. Oh, I bet you, Joe, he's probably been there 1,000 million times with you, and you just didn't pick it up. But there's no way you can tell me that he has not been around. And he's been gone a long time. So that's 30, 40, 50 years. He's been gone 50-something years. He's been gone. But he's around. He's definitely around. Let's get a card from him. Okay. So can spirits on the other side be unable to come through? No, they always can come through. I mean, listen, I'm sure that he's been doing a lot of things on the other side, but He says this, remember me by the happy memories we created. Okay, so when you're younger, think of some of the happy memories and just maybe light some candles for him. You know, I get the sense he's with your mom on that side. So, okay. Okay. Okay, Jessie Fliss. She said, hi, Kellee. My birthday is tomorrow. Mercury's going direct tomorrow. How great is that? What is my card? And can I get a message from my mom who passed? Absolutely. So tomorrow, the 15th of September, is a 9 of clubs. And do you know, it's also, I believe, Mavis Patilla, the most wonderful medium ever and spiritual teacher. It was her birthday, was September 15th. And I used to love to celebrate her birthday with her. I just miss her so much, Mavis. So it's a really special 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs comes to complete something. 9 of clubs comes to complete a soul's journey. And they're really smart and they're really psychic and they can have all kinds of information come to them from, just knowledge just comes in from different areas here. But let's get a message from your beloved mom. Oops, wrong card. Sorry, that was the one I just did. Oh, sorry about that. I will always point you in the right direction. Okay, Jessie? So she will always point you, honey, in the right direction. 9 of clubs is a really great card. One of my all-time favorites. Okay. Janice Hamilton. Hi, Kellee. How does my energy healing business look like this coming year of 2024? And you are 10-1. So October 1 is an 8 of diamonds. So this is really great, Janice, because 8 of diamonds and business and healing is like a perfect combination. So 2024 will be a great year for that for you. Okay, really, bravo. It's an excellent confirmation here. Ellie said, you just confirmed her mother's love. Beautiful. Oh, good. Pat Lang, 5'4". How will my husband who passed 8 years ago feel if I date? So here's the thing, and you are 5'4". I'm glad you're asking that question. I hear that a lot. So May 4th, and that's the right date. Yeah, May 4th is a 2 of spades. 2 of spades comes to, number one, they do come to be in a couple. Whenever you hear me say 2 of anything, 2s come to be in a couple. And 2 of spades also comes to overcome fear. So I feel that your husband is going to help you find the right person to date here, because our loved ones on the other side, except in a few times that I can say no, they didn't want their spouse to date. But in the majority of them, they want the person to go on and live and to experience love again. Okay. So I know your husband will help you do that. Let's get a card. And he says, okay, now this is funny. He must have been funny. He said, don't be afraid. And what did I say? I literally said 2 of spades comes in, overcome fear, basically. Don't be afraid. Date. He's telling you, go for it, Pat. He's actually telling you that. Oh, Patty Campbell says, what are the dates again that I have available? I think I have the 21st and 22nd. You have to go kelleewhite.com and you can see, but I think that is what I am. Okay, Lori Winkleman. Love you, Kellee. Thank you. You're such a beautiful soul. Thank you. And you are 12-3. Curious about my next step. So 12-3 is, interesting enough, December 3rd is a 2 of diamonds. And again, a lot of 2 of diamonds tonight, a lot of 2s. 2 of diamonds are all about creativity and business and doing something. Also, many times they're healers as well. So I'm not sure, Lori, what it is that you want to do, but by the time we get to your birthday, it will be, set your intentions tonight. Set your intentions tonight with this new moon. This new moon in Leo really opens up the heart and allow yourself, everybody can do this, allow yourselves to really think, what's good for me? And be really honest, what's good for me? What do I want to do? So that's what I would be thinking right now. Okay. Tracy Harbin, thank you for the recommendation to watch Mavis Patilla videos. Great guidance. I'm grateful for you and your guidance too. Oh, thanks. Tracy, I love Mavis. Loved her with all my heart. And every once in a while, well, more than every once in a while, I'll get a client that has worked with her, but I don't know that they've worked together. And I'll say, why is Mavis here? Oh, you must have worked with Mavis. So that's really fun for me. I love Mavis. I mean, her work and her videos, if you get a chance to listen to her words, she really did walk her talk. She really, gosh, she's really one of the most special human beings ever. And so if you get a chance, listen to her things, because I think you will love that. Carrie, this is the last one I'm going to take. Carrie Kilborn Luke, and you are 419. My husband and I are separated. Do I see you reconciliated? Yeah, let's getting back together. So 419. So 419 is a 2 of diamonds. Okay, how weird is that? All these 2 of diamonds tonight. What is up with that? 2 of diamonds. It's rare to me to see a 2 of diamonds actually divorce. Usually they reconcile. And that's the best way I'm going to answer that. It's usually you both get either in therapy or you learn a lot and you come back together. So I think you probably will come back together. And I hope that helps. Now on Monday, James and I, again, last Monday we had to cancel our show because James wasn't feeling well yet. He's doing so much better now. And so we are going to do the free will and destiny, which is a really good topic that I was so excited to talk about that. Not this Monday, but the following Monday. But this coming Monday, we have a guest, and her name is Julie Ann Siegel, and she wrote a book called Change Your Space to Change Your Life. Change Your Space to Change Your Life. And Julie Ann is a feng shui expert, and she's going to be talking about how to bring love to your life, if that's what you want, how to bring work to your life. Also, she's going to be talking about vision boards. She's a big believer in vision boards, which is really kind of fun if you think about it. So join us Monday on Both Sides Now and Beyond, and we will see you next week. So have a great week, everybody. Set your intentions tonight, because tonight is that new moon. So set your intentions. Take care, my friends. Talk to you soon.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.